Packet teacher is. I'm in my sophomore year of college. Now, when I was in high school and middle school and elementary school, I would come across these teachers, and I called them packet teachers because they only teach through packets. And what a packet is in school is it's going to be excerpts from a textbook, from an online resource. It's going to be even sometimes transcribed speeches the teacher's already done. And in this packet will be worksheets or a series of questions. And that's how you learn the whole unit. That's how you learn everything. So, for example, with the Vietnam War, one of the ways I learned about the Vietnam War in school was through a packet of excerpts about the Vietnam War and then a whole bunch of questions about it. So, there was no actual teaching in it. There was no discussions, there were no presentations. All we did was answer the questions that were in this packet, and we sometimes asked the teacher questions about only what was in the packet. Now I'm in my sophomore year of college. I thought I had escaped packet teaching because the problem with packet teaching is you don't actually learn anything because you don't have any real conversations. You don't do presentations. You just learn how to find the answers to specific questions in excerpts from a textbook or an online resource. I'm in my sophomore year of college. I'm currently dealing with a packet professor. I guess I should have said packet professor. I've had several really good professors, but this professor I'm dealing with is only teaching their course through a set of packets. And there can be online packets. That's what this one is. She's teaching through online packets. And what that is a whole series of excerpts and her study notes and stuff from the textbook, and then questions, and then one larger question you have to answer. And that's how I'm expected to learn the whole course. Now, this isn't a like, all teachers are bad live stream because I actually have another teacher I had last semester who's fantastic. My English teacher last semester was fantastic. But this teacher is teaching exclusively through packets. And it's an issue within academia because kids get these amazing scores in history, mainly history and English. That's where packet teaching really comes in because you can't really do it with math or science. But you'll answer all these questions in these packets. You'll go through all the excerpts, you'll figure out all the context clues, and you'll get 100 on a packet assignment. And then you can't explain what the Vietnam War was because you never actually learned about it. You just did rote memorization to answer a series of questions. Now, I think when you're in college, and the thing is, teachers always have to prepare you for the real life. The real life isn't really packet work. Sometimes, but not really. You have to do presentations, have discussions, prove your point, have to do well on tests. But what I'm dealing with are packet teachers. And this teacher right now, it's a very complicated subject. It's not just straight up history or English. And yet, what she's chosen to do is take all of the information about the topic and put it in these little excerpts and textbook excerpts and study notes, and then give us a series of questions and one larger question we have to answer. How is that education? That's not education, that's busy work. And these packet teachers, they give teachers who are actually working a bad name as well, like my history teacher, my amazing English teacher last course, because those teachers put together real assignments, presentations. I had to do a podcast about history. They put together different types of essays. I had to do a comparative analysis essay for English. But nobody ever hears about that because you have packet teachers who really cut corners, and what it comes down to is laziness in teaching, because why have a presentation when you can just say here's your packet for the unit, here's all the information you need to learn, and then you have to answer it in these questions. And those questions, honestly, most of the time the teacher hasn't even made. If you have a packet teacher, most likely those questions have been copied from another teacher's syllabus or are just part of a learning resource. If you type in the question from a packet into Google, you're probably going to find the answer or something close. So, just in conclusion, if you have a packet teacher, that's not real education and it's just laziness. And packet teachers, especially in college, I feel like are a real shame because the whole point of college is educating people and helping them get to the real world, or at least it's supposed to be. And that's just not possible with packet teachers. Thank you all. Good night, everybody. And if you're a parent, ask your child if they have a packet teacher, if they're learning most of their stuff in a unit or in a year of school just through packet work. And packets can be online too. They can come from your portal online if you do that with school. They can be on a smart board. They can even be big sections of questions students have to answer in person from a smart board. It's a type of teaching, and it's not really teaching, it's just laziness. Good night, everyone. Please retweet this live stream and remember to wash your hands in this current era. Good night, everybody.